Hey everybody, Sarah Picaro here with Rewrite Your Life Coaching, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to identify if you are in a toxic relationship or not. A lot of us have been in toxic and unhealthy relationships, but sometimes in the beginning it's really hard to identify because we're all human and we have bad days and good days. So I'm going to talk to you about 6 things that you can watch out for and take notice for to help you identify that or not. So if you are feeling sick every time you talk to this person, it got to the point in my relationships where even when I thought about that person coming home, I'd start to feel sick. So if you start to feel sick every time you talk to this person, like you feel less than yourself and you've got to be somebody that you're not, like you're having to be inauthentic because you're not agreeing with things, but you go along with things, but you know that you don't want to, and you're letting yourself be controlled by this other person, and you're aware of that, so you get that sick, anxious feeling in your stomach. The second thing is if you find yourself being drained, just completely mentally, emotionally exhausted when you're around this person. Energetically, you know if someone is good to be around, if they're adding to your energy or if they're taking away from your energy, you're just feeling completely drained when you're around them energetically. So if it's a healthy relationship, you get energized and you love being around this person because they're adding to you. If it's a toxic person, they're going to be taking away and draining all your energy. So the third thing is that you find yourself handing over your power to this person, causing you to just feel weak around them. You have no choice, you have no say, there's nothing that you can do. So causing you again to feel weak, which goes with number 2, where your energy is just drained around this person. If they're causing you to feel unworthy, just as a person, and they're constantly putting you in the state where they're worthy and you're completely unworthy, definitely a sure sign that this is a toxic, unhealthy person. Number 5 is big, and this comes up with all the clients that I work with. It came up with me myself, with that gut feeling, that intuition, that sixth sense. If you find yourself ignoring this intuition, you get this gut feeling something's not right, it's because it's not, and you're ignoring this, so you are not trusting yourself. You're getting into conversations where it's just all about them. It's me, 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 me. In a healthy relationship, it should be a win-win. Both people should come out elevated, feeling more energetic, that both parties win. But in a toxic and unhealthy relationship, you'll find that it's not a we, it's an I situation and conversation all the time. And your intuition and gut will tell you that. You get those knots in your stomach, you get frustrated, you get that lump in your throat. Sure sign that that's a toxic and unhealthy person. The last one, if you are moving towards a space where you have identified this and you want to grow, and you start doing things for yourself, really, whether it's reading, meditating, listening to podcasts, starting a course or program, and you're beginning to grow, and this person does not like that. They are attacking your accomplishments. Say that you have a success in your business life, and you do really well in business, and you're excited, and you share this with them. They get mad at you, or they start to make it about them, and then they get sad, and they get well, I'm not this and that, and again bringing it back to this I mentality. So they're trying to bring you down to their level where they're not achieving these accomplishments. So sure sign that this is a toxic and unhealthy person. So the next question is why? Why do these people do this? Why can't we both win? Why can't we just be happy together and support each other? Well, why is because they lack any kind of feeling of joy for themselves. They're very, very insecure people inside, but they try to cover it. They try to pretend that they're not, but they get upset when it's not all about them. So instead of celebrating your successes and wins, they begin to complain about it. So it is sometimes hard in the beginning, especially if it's a new relationship or you're trying to figure out, is this person actually toxic and unhealthy, or am I just creating this in my head? Especially if you've been in a toxic and unhealthy relationship before. A lot of us kind of go into this mentality okay, my blinders are not, I don't have my blinders on anymore. I'm aware of these red flags. I'm looking for them. And a lot of people think like, well, am I creating situations because of my past experience? So this is the time and point where you want to document. Like if you start to get that gut feeling, that intuition, and you're just not sure, you don't have to ditch the relationship completely, but you do need to start documenting. Especially if it's like a long-term case and you know that they are a narcissist and they are maliciously doing things to you. Definitely document everything. But in the beginning, if you just kind of get this feeling like, I don't know about this person. So you want to keep record, because not every relationship is perfect 100% of the time. We're all human. But if you're questioning whether or not, like, is this person, I'm not sure, you want to start keeping documentation. So start taking note of and journaling, and maybe it's in your phone. You don't want to journal by your bedside that they're going to flip through and see all these things about them. If you're questioning, start just taking notes. Like, this situation happened, and this, and like they attacked me, when this happened, or they brought me down, or you wanted to start documenting. That's a really good, and keep track of and go back to it. Of course, bring it up with them. Is this the person you're questioning? Like, are they toxic and unhealthy? You have the right to be heard in your relationship, so you have the right to bring up how you feel. And don't pull out your notebook and say on this date and such. But if it's frequent and regular, you can say, look, like over the past couple weeks, like these things happened, and when these things happen, like this is the way that you responded, and this is how it made me feel, and I'm in this relationship with you because I care about you, and I want this to work out, so but this is what's happening, and when this happens, this is how it makes me feel. So what it all really comes down to is identifying the price that you're paying for being in this relationship. So if it is in fact a toxic and unhealthy relationship, the documentation will support that. You'll have that intuition, gut feeling. So I hope that these tips are helpful for you, especially if you're questioning or wondering, is this in fact, hi Penny, a toxic or unhealthy relationship or not? So follow along with those 6 things. Document them, talk to them about it, and absolutely, if they're unwilling to talk to you about it at all, then the best thing to do is get out. Like, save your sanity. You only get one life. Don't waste it on a toxic and unhealthy person. Like, you're amazing, and you deserve to be treated the way that you want to be treated in every relationship, not just a personal one. This is also with family, with coworkers, like in any environment that you are in. So I hope these tips help you guys. If you would like some more support with this is absolutely what I help women with in particular, to learn to love their lives again after having been in toxic and unhealthy relationships through rapid transformational coaching. So please reach out to me, connect. We can schedule a 45-minute strategy call where I can talk to you about how to get your power back and love your life, because these people, if you let them, will take it all away from you happily and easily. Thank you guys all. Stay safe out there. It's kind of crazy right now with everything that's going on, but know that I'm here for you. You're loved, you're seen, you're supported, and you are enough.